Vincenzo's's Gold Crypto Investing, bell notification, like the channel, subscribe, and share so you can get that information and education that you need on our mission and our quest to improve and heighten your quality of living and your standard of life and your asset acquisition and help you diagnose and discard these heisters and shysters. Just like, why is the crypto market down today? My audience, you know why the crypto market's down today. We've been talking about it forever. Former Goldman Sachs exec on Ethereum, this is the fastest growing economy on earth. Sounds like fleece heisting and shysting. Powell warns Fed could get aggressive with rate hikes again. Absolutely they are. As old Vincenzo's been telling you, this is going to be the year of capitulation. As with all the rate hikes they've been doing, the assets and the inflation is not coming down because the root cause of the inflation is the government printing money and running up debt. Debt and money printing is inflation, and money creation is the definition of inflation, and the effect of inflation are prices rising and product shortages based on the legislation and what's going on. But you can see the Bitcoin price, like we talked about the other day, got rejected off this 24,259.08, and now it's come back to the moving averages after it came back to the moving averages and shot up quick like we told you it could to make a nice topping reversal pattern or mountain double top, and that's a very bearish turnaround pattern along with the volume decreasing. You see at the big great dump back there in November of 2022, and that corresponded with volume spiking. Now the price is rising dramatically, but the volume is still declining overall, right? So that's very bearish, and that's why I was telling you about 10 days ago, 7 days ago, after we hit this run up here, we told you even if it came back for a double top, like it did right there, that this was going to be just a fake rally, and the next major move, was most likely going to be down at 19,019.13, and that's where you could get another bounce if you're going to try to remain bullish, try to bounce off of there, kick back up into there. But even that overall looks horrible if you're looking at a chart in chart perspective alone. It's a horrible looking chart. What I think is more likely to happen are these moving averages start to level off and come down. The price is going to make a big move to 19,000 or a little bit less, the top part of that blue trading zone. Then it makes a nice rally back up and gets stuck at these descending moving averages now, and it forces the price all the way back down over the next month down to that 2022 low of 15,375 and 14 cents. I think that's where you're going, and we'll put this drawing up because I think it's going to look something very similar to this, and then it's going to end up down there. But we'll leave that up there on the Bitcoin price because I think that's more than likely where you're going in the Bitcoin price. In the shorter time frame, is it possible that you could swoop up here to the upside? It's absolutely possible. About a 1 in 10 chance of it coming all the way up to the major VP volume indicator that you haven't touched or sniffed since you got rejected way back there in June of 2022. But that's what I'm looking at right there with the Bitcoin price. If we go into the XRP price, we've had some major news in the XRP community recently, but all things are still the same as the price is in the symmetrical triangle that it's been in. The 50 cents in the bottom part of that blue trading zone up there where you got rejected back here the last time in November of 2022, right before the big dump in Bitcoin we just showed you. See that? There's the big dump to coincide at the same time as Bitcoin, the XRP. But you can see this was telegraphing that this was going to go down. When you get a big pump, and then you get a big Bart Simpson looking head, and then it's telling you it's coming back down, right? And it did there. Anytime you see this with the volume declining, see the volume was declining in there after the nice pump, that's telling you, it's telegraphing. It's just the price action and the buyers and the momentum dying down, and eventually the price is going to come down, and it did. But if we scroll over here now and zoom in a little bit closer, you can see we're bouncing in the end of this symmetrical triangle, and it's going to have a breakout soon. You can see see if it support recently, once back in November after the dump, a couple of times back in here through December and January, and now you've hit it again in early March, and you've got resistance a few times up here, but eventually you're going to have to break out of this area, and this is got an apex of about the first week of April that this has and must break up or break down, and 50 cents is the major overhead resistance. The VP volume indicator in red has been holding the price up in XRP for 15 months, and the secret and the key to the next major move and the next major crash and the next major liquidity crunch within the XRP community is going to be once you get below this VP volume indicator in red, which you've been, the only thing saving the XRP price over the last 6 or 8 months has been the VP volume indicator. All the traders are watching that area, so they stack the buys there. But eventually, those buyers are going to get exhausted as the price keeps consolidating and getting chopped down and repeatedly forced to retest that. Eventually, what's going to happen, and what no one's telling you, and the dirty little secret about why that VP volume indicator is so critical and is key to understanding what happens when you break that, and that would be the next major move in a capitulation event in 2023 that old VINCENZO'S calling for, and that is what I'm watching out for, because once you break that 29 cents, you have an immediate break that 29 cents, you're going to have an immediate 54% drop all the way down to near the 13 to 10 cent range, but it's going to be at least a 54% immediate capitulation just right off the bat, and then there will be a lot of trading, and then the price could go another 50% down from there. But that's what I'm watching for, and that's the dirty little secret, what you need to watch out for in the XRP price as we work our way through 2023, as nobody's telling you the main level, the level that these charlatans, the YouTube charlatans, the paid promoters aren't telling you. The fleece heisters and shysters, Carl from the Moon's not telling you. I'm on crypto is not telling you. And they're hiding it from you. The same way as the Bitcoin price. As soon as it dipped below that VP volume indicator, it's been bearish and extremely bearish ever since. And more proof to the pudding, as you can see when it finally, for the first time, got below on its way down, the VP volume indicator. This is what I'm talking about. This is something that's going to happen to XRP. Look how much, and this is Bitcoin we're talking about. Look how much that flash dropped. 30, almost 40% in a few weeks. And that's Bitcoin. If Bitcoin could go 40%, all because it broke the VP volume indicator, imagine how far XRP is going to go. And this is something that they're still not telling you. The Carl from the Moons, the Kevin O'Leary's, the MM Cryptos, and any of these other influencers, as the Bitcoin price has been very bearish because it broke below the VP volume indicator. And now it has to be bearish for a very long time. And it got down as much at its low, 50% from the time it broke the VP volume indicator. 50%, right? So I'm warning you, and I'm giving you the information before it's mainstream and apparent that these influencers and paid promoters and shysters, heisters, and fleecers out there, like the Alex Mazinskis, the Sam Bankman-Frieds of the world, right? Stick with me, get educated, and sidestep all the nonsense to asset acquisition, which is the truth and the real way to increase your wealth over a period of years and decades, to heighten the standard and increase the quality of living that you all have and want to keep.